Hey guys, Stephen China here. Now in this video I'm going to actually be showing you how to build a loyal following. So if you don't already know, if you want to have success with YouTube, you need to have a long-term strategy. So stick around and I'll show you how. Okay guys, so there's a few things that actually determine what videos are going to get views. And one of those is search relevancy, another one is video engagement, and the third one is authority. Now let me explain in more detail about the actual meanings of what all of these are. So what is relevancy? Okay, so a video that is relevant to the search phrase is obviously going to get the best results or the top position. And what determines its relevancy could be the key phrases in the title. So you need to find a way to make your title look as natural as possible. In some of my other channels and other niches, I would just use the keyword only for every video. And for a while it worked, but later down the line, YouTube is now looking out for people who are just trying to keyword stuff everything. So if the title of your video is about, let's just say, Facebook, you need to find a natural way to make the title with Facebook, and preferably to make Facebook the beginning of the title, and then find another way in there to make the title look as natural as possible. So one example of this could be Facebook, how to build a fan page, or something like that. But ideally you want to have the keyword first if possible. Now the next one is the description, and I used to keyword stuff within the descriptions and it has worked very well for a while. So I'd write a description and then I would just keyword stuff, and before I would just put keywords all over the place. But now YouTube is looking for factors where people are doing this, so it's not something I'd recommend doing anymore. So what you actually want to do in the description is write small paragraphs so that it's easier to read, but write as much as possible for the description, and then sprinkle in some keywords throughout the description naturally. I guess it's kind of like a mini Facebook post, so if somebody's reading it, it doesn't look like spammy content because people will read those. So you have to take that into consideration. Also in the description, just for good practice, you want to put the keyword as the very first thing, and then put your call to action or your links to your squeeze page at the top. And after that, that is where you write your description with your keywords in it. Okay, next is about the tags, or as I like to call them, keywords. So in the tags section, YouTube allows you to put in key phrases that are relevant to your video. So if it's about Facebook, you can do some keyword research to find relevant keywords. If you need any advice on this, feel free to ask in the comments and I'll be happy to help you. The next one is the relevancy to other videos. So if you've ever looked on the right hand side when you're on YouTube, there are videos that are very similar in comparison to what you're actually talking about and what your video is about. So if someone else is watching another video and you have a video that is optimized properly, then it's going to show up in the recommended videos on the right hand side, because YouTube are basically saying that your video content is relevant to the video that they're currently watching. So you will get views from having a relevant video for the key phrase. Alright, so what is engagement? So engagement comes down to a few things, and it plays a big part in ranking your videos. And the first one would be comments. Now the comments you get in your video, the better it tells YouTube that people like it. Now the one thing that is really annoying with YouTube, as you get a good video, and I've seen this often with a lot of videos, is that you may get several spammy comments a day. So the one thing you're going to see is when there are popular videos out there, people are trying to optimize for a certain video, so they find people or services to go and leave comments which are very spammy in their video comments section. And part of the reason they do that is not only it leaves a comment that shows engagement, but it's also like a backlink back to your channel. Now here's how it should be done. In order to get a bunch of real comments, what I like to do is encourage people to comment below the videos and ask any questions. If you remember a while back how I explained I was previously involved in the health and fitness niche, well, one of my favourite people in the fitness niche is called Elliot Hulse, and like every single video he does gets like a tremendous amount, like 50,000 to 100,000 views minimum, and within 2 months a lot of them are up to like 150,000 or 200,000 plus views, because he's built up such a good following. He has tons of subscribers, and one of his popular segments is that he encourages people to ask him questions, But he even has a question of the week where, like, when people ask a question, he makes a video on it. He creates videos every single day, and most videos are stimulated from his comments. So the more you can get your users to comment on your videos and engage, that tells YouTube that that channel is loved and people like the content from it. So you want to focus on emphasizing getting people to leave comments. Okay, the next one is about ratings. So ratings play a big part in the encouragement factor as well, and that is where people hit the like button. There's also a dislike button too, so the more likes you can get, the more popular it shows you to be, right? And as far as my research goes, ratings play a big part in it. So the more that like button is hit, that is one of the big factors that they like. And the next thing is shares. This is a section that a lot of people don't even know that it's there, where you can actually share the video on social media. Now, even if people are not watching these videos that are being shared, YouTube still sees that as being shared all over social media and being indexed that way. So that's another factor as well. But sharing a video, whether it be Twitter or Facebook, all of that is still very useful. Another thing that gets accounted for is also the use of embedding. So when somebody actually embeds videos throughout other places on the internet, that looks really good on your part. That shows that if your video is good enough, people are sharing it and embedding it on their site. And that is really good content. So that helps with user engagement. Okay, next, video response. So this is where people actually create a video. If you've ever seen when you scroll down in the comments on the video and there's another video in the comments, this is where somebody say, you create a topic and they like the topic, they can then create a video response. And if you approve it, it shows up on the bottom where it's talking about the topic and you're encouraging people to even leave responses. So you can create an official response. So for instance, in my niche, I have a video challenge where I challenge people to create a video every day. So you can create a main video for exactly what people need to do and tell them to leave you a response and stuff like that. And that's going to make that video very, very popular. Okay, audience attention. So this comes back to how long the video is actually played for all the way through. So the more people that sit all the way through your videos, the better. Now, a key element is try to keep your videos 5 minutes or less. Most people lose their attention span very quickly, but in a way it's also better for you because it also helps you to knock out videos a lot more. But if you do 20-minute videos on a regular basis, but then you've only got people sitting through 2 or 3 minutes because it's just a long video, it's not going to be a good sign for your improvements to your video ranking. So if you can keep your message, and I suggest that if you have big topics, split them up. Make that big topic a series of videos, okay? And sometimes you can't help it, right? But ideally, keep the videos within 3 to 5 minutes as much as possible, because the longer you can get people to sit through those videos, the better it tells YouTube that people like it. It also means that if they like it, they're going to come back and they're going to watch the video on a regular basis or your new content. And the last one here, click-through rate. So listen guys, so the click-through rate is where if you actually have links and stuff in your videos and people are clicking through to your links from your videos, that tells YouTube as well that people like it. So when you set up click-throughs or you actually set up links with your annotations and stuff like that, but the people are clicking those links, that reflects well and also says a lot to YouTube. Now, finally, what is authority? You want to focus all your efforts on just one channel. I get this question a lot where people say, hey Steve, should I create multiple channels? Now, I have multiple channels myself, but most of them were for old projects, and basically, if a video that didn't really fit into my niche or I wanted to test things out, I would just put it on another channel. But you're best off focusing on one channel, which is what I'm starting to do now. It's kind of like blogging in a way, because you're better off putting your content on one site that is in the same niche over making 20 micro niche sites that are all on individual topics and in a different niche, right? So you're better off having a broad niche like, for instance, internet marketing or make money online or whatever else you want to call it. So you're better off making one massive channel and focusing on creating regular content that is quality and building up that authority, because YouTube is looking for people that provide regular content and content that people like. As far as I'm aware of, YouTube also delete some channels where people have not been active or even logged in and haven't done anything for ages. So there are people who create channels and had just one or maybe a few videos on there and they do nothing else with them. So YouTube are known to have a good sweep and keep it clean. So you want to focus on one channel and update it regularly, because the more videos and the more content you put on there, the more people will interact with you. What it's doing essentially is that it's building up that authority, and then once you have authority, your channel will rank for everything when you create a video. It will pop up in the search engines much easier than everything else. Okay, next, subscribers. To be honest, subscribers are huge. You want to put emphasis and tell people often, hey, subscribe to my channel. You also want to have that call to action besides telling people to click the link below the video for your squeeze page or directing them to your blog. You want to entice them to subscribe to your channel, because once they do that, they're going to see your updates over time. And every time you create a new video, it's going to show up in their feed, and YouTube send out emails that basically say, hey, check out the latest video from your channel subscriptions. Okay, so having subscribers is kind of like having a second email list. The more you can be in front of your audience, the better. So that way, every time you create a new video, as long as you have a good headline and people know that you put out good content, when people watch those videos, you're getting an influx of video views already from your subscribers. From what I've noticed, after you get over the 300 view mark, this is when YouTube really start throwing traffic at you and testing you. So if you build up subscribers and you get 300 views pretty quickly, you're going to be much better off than trying to get those views organically and actually building up and getting the video to rank. Okay, so now channel activities. The more people that actually come to your channel, the more they're commenting on your channel, the more they're engaging with your whole channel in general and not just one video, you're going to build up authority. So that's why you want to create lots of good content on a regular basis. And finally, backlinks to your video and channel. I find this is one where people really leave out and they forget to do, and I really don't know why. It's just like a website. Backlinks come into play and it's a pretty strong measure. So when people are linking to your site, they're linking to your videos, they're linking to your channel, that tells Google that it's popular. So if you're not building backlinks to your channel, then you're leaving money on the table and your videos are not going to rank as well as they should if you did. But you want to know that you want to be building backlinks to your main channel as well as your videos. Alright, so that's it for this video. This is Steve from stevenchina.com, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment below. Thanks guys.